From the top, make it drop. That's some yummy brownies.
It's the second episode of Without a Recipe 2020.
Brownies!
Oh, it's jiggly.
Pretty sure I made cake.
Dude, I think I made a cake too.
This is not good.
Okay, this time it's about mommy.
Oh, I hate that.
Today, what will happen? Who will win? Find out on Without a Recipe. Brownies. The Try Guys movie is almost here, and it's called Behind the Try, a Try Guys documentary.
You can buy tickets now to our one-night-only live event, the world premiere.
There's gonna be a red carpet, there's gonna be special guests, our wives and partners will be there, and there's gonna be a live song.
Go to tryguys.com/movie now to get your tickets.
All right, now let's get back to those brownies.
The Try Guys are back in the test kitchen for another Without a Recipe. This week, they're making brownies.
I don't believe in measuring. Go with the flow.
I've added my eggs. Oh, this looks...
Each of the Try Guys will have 2 hours to make a brownie of their choice and present it to our panel of judges.
I think I put way too much milk in.
Dude, don't say that because I put so much milk into mine. Hi, I'm Kwesi and chocolate makes me thirsty.
Thirsty for what?
For water? Thirsty for water?
I'm Rosanna Pansino, and I'm a YouTuber. I'm also a baker. I've been baking for years, and I really hope that these brownies are edible. And I hope they're delicious because I love chocolate.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Yee. I'm a baker at Konbi. Konbi is a little Japanese cafe in Echo Park. We won Bon Appetit Best New Restaurant of the Year.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
We're here in Los Angeles, California at Konbi. I am Nick Montgomery. My partner Akira Akudo and I started this restaurant about 2 years ago. Actually just celebrated our second birthday, October 2nd. We make Japanese sandwiches, some French pastries, vegetable dishes with all the great stuff we get from the farmer's market here. We serve it with some coffee and tea.
Good brownies should be well seasoned. Visually, you kind of want something smooth, shiny, crackly top. Dense, you want something rich, you want something that tastes like chocolate, and you want it to be moist and not dry.
It's not the right consistency. I don't know if I
Just
can
add oil or milk or water.
I did, but I'm trying to... I got it.
All right.
But first things first, Keith, juggle those eggs.
We're juggling eggs. We're juggling eggs.
All right, bakers, 3,
2,
1, brownies!
Okay, let's go. Hey.
I got the regular sugar. I was looking for powdered sugar, honestly, just because in the box it's very powdered.
But you want brown sugar because brownies are brown.
And that's not the worst logic you've had. I love store-bought box brownies. There's just something so comforting about that food you ate as a child.
I have never made brownies. I don't make shit. Guys, I don't know how many times I have to tell you, I don't bake.
Brownies were one of the first things I ever cooked, and Mom was very adamant she liked making them by scratch. I'm going to do a 3-layer boozy brownie. The ice cream got me thinking, wouldn't it be cool if you saw 3-layer brownies? So I'm gonna make a Neapolitan ice cream inspired brownie with a vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry layers. I call it triple fisting.
That is exactly something I would typically do.
Thank
Boozy
you.
with a sex joke?
Yeah, I was thinking of it like holding drinks at a party, but now I'm just, that's
I was
a lot
thinking
of
like
other
two
things that I'm
fists
thinking.
going into someone's
Oh God, no,
butt.
that wasn't what I meant.
My heart just wants to make like really delicious chocolate with chocolate chunk brownies. What if I do that and they taste amazing and it's gonna be like, oh, Ned just made perfect brownies. He didn't like try and f them up in a creative way. Classics taste the best. What I make today will not taste as good as chocolate chip brownies.
Last season on Without a Recipe, I did something in the cakes episode that turned out to be a monstrosity.
Oh my God.
How many eggs?
Maybe a dozen. Asians love eggs, but I loved my theme. And I want to take that theme and bring it into this episode because we have a returning judge, Rosanna Pansino. So I want her to taste these brownies and say, oh, this is what you were going for. I'm trying to infuse like jasmine tea flavor, matcha again, some cardamom. I want to do this Pan-Asian feel.
So you're just gonna mix all the teas in one?
We'll see, we'll see.
Today I will be making a peanut butter and jelly brownie. You know, here's a fun fact. I did not eat peanut butter and jelly growing up. I thought that it smelled weird. So I'm bringing it back to someone else's childhood. Basically, Ned made peanut butter cookies and like it seemed pretty easy and it won. So I'm trying to do that.
I love brownies. My dad used to make brownies. Harrisburgers love brownies.
So you're trying to make your dad proud today?
I'm trying to make my dad proud every day, Zach. But I'm not going for daddy's favorite this time. No, I'm actually taking something that my mother cherishes. Now, last time I did all daddy's favorite. We remember last favorite, it was all about daddy. But this time, it's about mommy. Because my mother loves Ruffles. She used to say something to me as a child that I'll never forget. Ruffles have ridges. So I thought, when I make brownies this time, what if I made a chocolate chip brownie? But instead of putting chocolate chips in it, maybe I'll put potato chips with chocolate in it. She did message me and ask me why I didn't do any episodes dedicated to her, and she was right.
So you did a whole season for your dad and one episode for your mom.
And I'm also doing another episode for my dad this season.
Bailey's strawberries and cream liqueur. Gross. I love it.
Dude, I'm so proud of you doing alcohol in yours.
Thank you.
Did I inspire you a little bit?
You did a little bit,
Oh,
yeah.
thanks. And you know what I'm gonna try to exercise today that you do? Restraint.
Oh, thanks.
So I won't put all those eggs in.
Today, I will be making brownies the only way I know how, which is the box method. But to do that, it means I'm gonna try to make the dry ingredients that the box gives you, and then add some eggs, some oil, and some water the way you make box brownies. If I've done it right, I'm just gonna stir this together, and it's gonna look like a nice chocolatey powder.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna add my eggs to the mixer. I'm also going to add all my sugar. We're gonna whip this till full volume on high, and then you want to sift your flour and your salt before you add it in. As a rule of thumb, if you're ever making any loose batter, you will want to sift all your dry ingredients together.
Hopefully that's not too salty.
All right, so in here I got a bunch of flour, a bunch of salt, and baking powder, baking soda. Oh, you're already doing it. Wow.
My matcha was so gross last time. I overdid it. Measuring. I'm getting better at measuring. That's the thing that's always f***ing me over is I'm just throwing shit in like an Asian mom. I'm gonna be more of a white mom and I'm gonna measure shit with numbers. I don't believe in measuring. Go with the flow.
It just helps me track like what sort of ratios I'm doing.
Is there a pan?
Where are you going?
Or a pot?
You trying to melt chocolate over there?
I think I'm gonna melt chocolate.
Next up, we're gonna put our butter in a pot. You can just melt it on your stove. You'll pour this over your chocolate. Just let this sit for a second as the chocolate melts, and then we will pour this into the batter next.
How much time do we got?
You have a little over an hour, but that should include baking time.
Oh, I gotta bake it?
Today?
Yeah, you're baking it.
Oh, shit!
Oh, so this is fast.
This is fast shit. Oh, shit!
My unique challenge today is to try and have restraint. Every episode, I cannot help myself. I have a good idea, and I mess it up by just throwing more stuff in. I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm trying.
How much chocolate is too much chocolate? In my mind, I remember it being anywhere from 1/3 of a cup vegetable oil to 3/4 of a cup.
And then let's do half of white sugar, half of brown sugar.
I think I might be too ambitious trying to make 3 separate batters. I think I'm gonna make 2. I know the matcha is a very distinct flavor, so I'm gonna separate that and I'm gonna put the other tea flavors into the main batch. So you know, my whole thing is doing a Pan-Asian influence, so cardamom's one of my favorite spices.
I personally would never just throw tea in here. If you wanted to do that, just remember that it has very concentrated flavors that will come out as you bake it. The batter might not taste very strong of it, but as it sits, and especially as it bakes, those flavors do come out.
You know what? More cardamom. That's right.
Oh yeah, chocolate's melting, baby. Oh shit, look at her go though.
It looks like brownies, guys.
Wow, yours already immediately looks like brownies.
It looks exactly like brownies, a little thin. And I learned last time that when you do cakes, you don't want to overmix it because it gets too dense. But brownies, that shit's supposed to be dense.
I'm trying to not.
Great.
I hate your confidence.
I'm surprised.
I'm trying to not be swayed by it.
Here you go. Want to try it?
Yeah.
Just do a little dab because I realize now I need to make probably twice this much.
It's phenomenal.
It needs a little more chocolate.
That's really good.
That's crazy.
What the f?
Set it and don't forget it. How much milk do you guys think is in brownies? Like,
I didn't think milk was in brownies at all. I am concerned that just straight up tea leaves in it is not gonna taste good, so I'm gonna try to boil the tea leaves down.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, in a shell!
You know, one thing I learned from the cake videos, you should use 12 eggs.
Someone call up Charlie, because we've got a chocolate factory. Smell this shit.
Bro, that smells good.
May I have some cocoa?
Of course.
I'm gonna do about a third cup.
So if you're going to use just cocoa powder, I do recommend adding more fat or more eggs. Cocoa powder is really drying, so you do want to counter that with something else.
Oh shit, dude. Oh, f me. This is not happening. All right, we need milk. We need heavy whipping cream. Maybe it wasn't all the way melted. Maybe I have too much powder. This is like the consistency of brownies already. Maybe I
you
should
need way more liquid than that.
So my idea now is, because we have so much chocolate, I'm gonna put chocolate in this to see if it infuses this, and if it's edible, then I've got my jasmine tea flavor.
How are you defining edible?
That it's not so disgusting and floral that I don't like, that I want to split it out.
I'm gonna only do 1 more egg because I think that 4 eggs is asking a lot.
I feel like every video, it's always 2 eggs.
I am going to only put in 2 eggs right now. Yeah, that's delicious. I also assume that there is butter in this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on that. There's definitely just chunks of butter hanging out.
Really?
When you mix your butter and your chocolate together, you're looking for something that's completely emulsified. You don't want to see streaky white bits of foamy butter anymore, and you want it to be nice and shiny on top. And that just helps you get a finished product that isn't greasy because the butter's broken out of it and is really nice and fudgy.
Over here, I have my butter melted chocolate concoction.
This feels wrong. This feels like, tastes good though.
So now here's my question. Do I crumble up potato chips into the batter and have them intermixed? Or do I try to pour half in, place chips, pour the other half over so there's a secret chip inside each one? What do you think, Zach?
I can't, I'm so lost in my
Great,
sauce.
Cool. Well, the problem is that I'm worried about the chip getting soggy. That'll be gross.
Bro, look at this. Oh, yours is so much goopier. Oh, the eggs. That's why it's...
That's the why. There you go, Zachy Zach. That's some liquid for you.
It's time for the triple threat. Oh, I should have called it triple threat.
Nope, triple fisting.
Now that I have my base coat, I'm gonna try and separate it into 3. Yeah, I definitely just made cake batter, but it's cool.
Is this a cake?
Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
Put some oil in.
You're putting more oil in?
I hadn't put any oil in, but it's just so dry. It looks like almost like a cookie or a cake. So now I'm just experimenting with wet ingredients.
So now we have the finished brownie batter. It's mixed well. I don't have any chocolate on the bottom, no lumps, flour is fully incorporated. If you don't sift your ingredients together, you risk getting lumps in your batter, lumps of flour. If you're using baking soda and baking powder, cocoa powder, powdered sugar, things that tend to get clumpy, you will get lumps in your batter and you'll be very, very sad.
What if I try some cream? I'm just gonna keep going for stuff. That helped. It did help.
Beautiful. Plop, 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 plop. It looks like brownie batter.
I've added my eggs. Let's see if this helps the consistency. Oh, this looks...
I think I put in too much milk. Me. This is what I get for never measuring. I get it now. That's why bakers measure.
Bourbon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
If you're cooking with alcohol, I would recommend adding it to the butter and chocolate mix. You don't want to be too heavy-handed with that. There's this idea that alcohol kind of cooks out really easily, but if you're throwing in other ingredients on top of it, it doesn't unless you're cooking over a stovetop and you're boiling. That's when alcohol will cook out most easily.
All right, let's see. Do we taste the bourbon? Oh yeah, we taste the bourbon.
Okay, I'm gonna grease this real quick. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make my first layer, and then I'm gonna put some ruffles nicely placed in the first layer and cover them up.
Yours looks like something I made.
It does.
I'm guessing we need like 20 minutes to bake these. So I'm gonna try and get this into the pan in the next 10 minutes.
I'll be pouring them onto sheet pans with Silpats. We weigh our brownies evenly so that we know each pan is the same weight, they have the same amount. Give it a nice tap. Make sure you don't have any air bubbles in there that are really large.
All right, we got chocolate out of the way. We're moving on to vanilla. Gonna use some vanilla extract. Gonna use some white chocolate. A little bit of Kahlua.
Dude, what universe is this? You're dumping some hard alcohol in there and I'm over here just stacking my chocolate.
I'm gonna bury all my chips so they're all hiding.
A third cup of milk chocolate chips and a third cup of peanut butter chips.
I think we did it.
Keith, you seem very confident right now.
I feel really good. I think the potato chips are adding some fun creativity that's gonna make the judges go, wow, Keith, yum.
All right, walnut, delicious.
I've never been so crazy and reckless with not measuring. I do not know how that's gonna turn out. What happens when you put too much milk and cream in something when it bakes? I don't know. If I make a fucking cake after I made an omelet last time when I tried to make a cake and this is fucking brownies, I'm so fucking pissed.
So perhaps I can save the peanut butter and the jelly for the end.
Yeah, I think that'd be a prettier glaze, yeah.
Peanut butter is oil and peanuts. And so if I put peanut butter in here, that's gonna be more oil and it'll be like my cookies, which cried like glass.
So I'm putting a few more chips in a few places, not everywhere, just cause like maybe all the judges want corner pieces. Maybe the judges want side pieces. Maybe, I don't imagine more than one judge wants the middle piece.
I need to put peanut butter in here for these to be peanut butter brownies, but if I put the peanut butter in there, then I could melt it and then the oil gets through, thank you. But if I don't put peanut butter in there, then I'm just making boring fucking brownies, and what's the fun of that?
All right, now the strawberries. A little bit of strawberry Bailey's, strawberry syrup.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to my second batter.
Second batter?
I'm doing the second flavor batter.
Oh, right, the second flavor.
I already poured it and I don't think the consistency's right, but it's too late to go back now.
I'm ready to bake.
I'm ready to bake mine. I think I want 350, that's the universal baking temp.
These will bake at 325 for about 20 minutes.
I think my plan is to kind of like partially bake the bottom layer and then pour the second layer on and then partially bake the second layer, then pour the third layer on and then bake the entire thing. Now we're gonna crank it. Oh, it can go to 550, okay.
We're gonna put it in the very middle. We're gonna set a timer.
So for this second batter, I'm gonna use matcha green tea powder. My idea is the matcha's gonna have the white chocolate, so I'm sort of off balancing it.
What's happening? It's pink. It's getting very foamy around the edges. Yeah, pretty sure I made cake.
Dude, I think I made a cake too.
All right, so I have a vision. I'm gonna chop up some peanuts as like for a little presentation. I know we said no, but I can't resist. I'm so sorry. Oh, why can't I stop? Why? Someone stop me. What am I doing? What am I even thinking about?
You know, I think I put way too much milk in.
Dude, don't say that, because I put so much milk into mine. I feel like I'm spreading icing on a cake, but the icing is the second batter of green tea. Dude, I'm a mess. I'm a fucking mess.
Dude, we're both messes.
I don't fucking know. You know,
our only hope is that Keith and Zach are also messes.
I really think that I did not make enough batter, but that's okay.
Did you grease it?
All right.
When you're cooking, you should start to clean up. Yeah, start to clean up as you go. Hey. If you clean as you go, you won't have a sink of dishes, and you'll have a lot of smiles, and you'll grant a lot of wishes, and you'll feel really good about what you did. So clean as you go, clean as you go, clean as you go. Brownies for me.
Oh man, dude, I think we might both have cakes.
I think we definitely both have cakes.
It has been a good run.
It's been a good run. You know, we've had so many episodes winning without a recipe.
The other guys could have f***ed up. But you know what? If they didn't
f*** up,
then this might be their chance to take it.
It's true.
So we should celebrate.
Actually, just making normal brownies will probably win this episode.
If one thing you've done so far, standing next to you were creative.
Thank you. Thanks, Eugene.
And now, the brownies bake.
With 30 minutes left, all the brownies are baking in the oven.
So these brownies in this shallow pan take about 20 minutes. In a convection oven at home, it will probably take longer.
Yours fucking look amazing.
Really?
They're rising like crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, they're really rising.
These look really good.
They're like about to overflow.
They're like getting up at the top.
From the top, make it drop. That's some yummy brownies.
But of course, not everything is going perfectly.
There's no way I can save this. I just have to keep going. It also rose quite significantly. So now the third of a tray has become half of a tray. All right, I'm gonna add the vanilla layer next.
What you're looking for is when you insert a knife, it's going to come out clean.
Oh, it's jiggly. I think that
Wow, it's wet.
the peanut butter and the milk.
Wow, it's wet.
Oh,
Holy
no.
cow.
Oh,
It is
no.
like Jell-O in there.
Oh, no.
Well, just keep baking it, keep baking it, keep baking it. Well,
How does this always happen?
No, don't be upset. No, it's time.
It looks so good.
I thought yours were perfect.
It's soup.
Good enough to put the top layer on.
Yeah.
Dude, go for it, yeah.
Let's go for it. What time? How much time is left? 10 minutes? Gentle,
Gentle.
gentle, gentle.
You got such a good line with the other two.
Okay, I think I've successfully added a chocolate layer.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hut.
10 minutes left.
And hut.
It's been close to 25 minutes. Let's see. Oh, it's still.
Well, let's do the toothpick.
No.
Still needs a little more
Can you do
time.
the edge?
Yeah.
Do I get to choose what they get, or do they get the whole tray? Because my edge is perfect.
Is there any aluminum foil? You could cut a square of aluminum foil,
yeah.
put it just over the
All right,
center.
let's do it.
It'll cook the middle of it more. There you go, Zach.
Yeah, Keith.
That's it.
You know what? You are good friends.
Thanks, man. I want to see us all somewhat succeed.
Yeah, you don't want to win because someone else failed.
Unless it's like Eugene or Ned.
Right, yeah, those guys.
Then yes,
Yeah,
I
those guys.
All right, it's time to take our brownies out of the oven. Ooh, look at that.
Holy shit, dude, that is...
Oh, this is big.
That's a perfect
Did I
cake.
make a perfect cake?
You made a bit.
So here we have the finished brownies. We have that nice crackly top. So now we have the 2 finished brownies that we made. They're frozen, they're easy to handle. We have a hojicha jam that we're going to be spreading in the middle of it. So this is our assembled brownie. I like to go over it with the rolling pin just to make sure everything's even and touching. And then from here, I just portion it.
Oh my God.
We made casseroles.
We made brownie casseroles.
Perfect.
That's it. We're done. They're cooked all the way through. They did rise some. I'm feeling pretty good.
Time is up. When this thing cools, I'm going to lather it in strawberry jam, and then it's time for judging.
Lather.
I really hope Zach and Keith didn't.
We just have to hope theirs are worse than ours.
Maybe they also made dessert casseroles.
The judging criteria will be taste, creativity, presentation, and is it a brownie?
I'm looking for something that isn't dry, but it should also be fully cooked. I feel like people tend to underbake their brownies.
The only thing I don't want is a dry brownie, and that's because whenever you're baking with chocolate, that is the risk. So I'm really just hoping for no dry brownies.
I'm looking for charisma. A big thing for me doesn't even have to taste good. The presentation just has to be on point. It should give a representation of your credit score, essentially.
Judges, this is my Neapolitan triple layer boozy brownie. You got chocolate, you got vanilla, you got strawberry, all in a 3-layer presentation. And each of them has a unique type of alcohol. Strawberry liqueur, Kahlua with the vanilla, and then bourbon chocolate.
I think it's a really cool idea. I've never seen a brownie that was also a hybrid with Neapolitan. So I'm really excited, and I think it looks really pretty.
This is a fruit cake. It's a cake. It's a Christmas cake.
Yeah, it's got literal fruit in it.
I think it's really beautiful. I like the way you did the layers. It's not a brownie.
What's that now?
It's not a brownie.
No, it's thick, you know. It's a thick one.
A brownie is usually all chocolate.
Yeah, so I'm usually, let me walk you through it. In a lot of previous episodes, I'm the one that always plays it safe. I'm the one that makes something delicious, but it's a little too clean cut. I wanted to just throw it all out there and really give something that showed the peak of what I could do from a creativity standpoint. It may not be what you would traditionally expect, but I guarantee when you bite in, it's gonna be a whole experience unto itself.
Tastes good. I had all 3 of the layers together, and I felt it was very complimentary. But the chocolate layer is a little.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna say dry and it's heartbreaking, but you tell me.
It's a little.
Yeah, it's dry.
Dry.
Oh my God. I like the top is my favorite part. The
brownie
it tastes
part.
like a brownie on top.
The top is dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish the moisture. I wish the moisture was on top. Creativity. This I've never seen anything like this before. The brownie part is the only thing about this that tastes like a brownie.
Look, I knew going into this that just any person could make a brownie, but it takes a visionary to flip the genre on its head and give you something you've never seen before.
He's been trying to be creative. He really went outside of the Ned zone, and now he's expanded it to the whatever this is.
The bread zone.
The bread zone.
The bread zone.
Well, you did it. This is creative. I've never seen a Neapolitan brownie, and I would say 2/3 of it is perfect. The strawberry and the vanilla layers is perfect.
Now, what happened to the top?
Yeah, why did it get dry?
Well, that was the last one to go on, and maybe the top, since it was so close to the top, got the brunt of the cooking. Judges, is the top layer a brownie?
Yes.
Ned, I'm gonna tell you what, this is better than your cake. This is the best cake that
cake
we've
is
made
great.
yet.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ned.
Judges, you now see my brownie. This is called the chocolate chip brownie. I think box brownies are kind of the perfect brownie. I love them the most. So when I actually made this, I tried my best to make a dry brownie mix and then make it the way you would make it on the back of the box. I also wanted to honor my mother because last season was all about Daddy's favorite, and she loves Ruffles and any sort of good crunchy salty potato chip. And I thought that would also be my salt in the brownie, so there's no salt in the batter. The salt comes through the potato chip.
Because this is so left field, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that this is gonna taste fantastic.
Wow. That's a huge benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Again, I've never seen anything like this before. This is a brownie. It looks like it's a lot of chocolate, which is gonna make me pretty thirsty.
I like the creativity, and it also reminds me of one of my favorite little chocolate bars. I'm actually open-minded about the potato chip. I just know that sometimes when you do put potato chips in baked goods, they absorb a lot of moisture, so they become actually soggy. So instead of giving it a crunchy texture, you're left with a soggy, salty thing.
I'm not sure what this looks like. I'm concerned because there's little air pockets on top. There's little bubbles. What temperature did you bake this at?
350.
Interesting.
That's very hard.
Yeah.
Fudge.
It's fudge.
Fudge.
This is not good.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you had a bite already?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Make sure you get some of the potato chip in the bite. What do we think?
Put that back, Keith.
There we go.
Look at that.
Hell yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, suck it. Suck it. Your opinion. She's loving it.
Your chip is soggy.
Did you bite into it? Maybe it still has a crunch.
It kind of reminds me of an energy bar, like it's really dense and chewy.
I'm really good at making health bars.
Yeah.
Good at health bars. Yeah.
I'm not getting enough chocolate or sweetness.
Yeah, I think it's good enough for like one bite.
Nice. Maybe we'll call it the one bite brownie.
I'm just really impressed you used so much oil and it's still slightly dry.
How'd that happen?
I don't know how you're doing that.
Incredible.
350, that's how that happened.
Yeah?
350.
Is that too hot?
Oh yeah.
Dang. What's the right temperature?
300, 325.
I like the pun.
Thanks.
Yeah, chocolate chip. I never would have got that. That was pretty good.
I don't find it revolting. I wouldn't say that I would buy this. I just gotta say, I love that you found it creative. I love that you found the presentation really nice.
No.
I know that the taste was a little challenging for you, but again, as you grow older, your palates get more refined. So maybe when you're a little older, you'll understand the flavor. But would you say that what I served you today is a brownie?
Yeah, it's a brownie.
Hot damn, that sounds good. You're welcome, Mom. She's alive.
Ro, do you recall the year 2019 in the Try Guys Without a Recipe Cake episode? What did I make?
Oh, that was a 3-layer. Every layer was different.
And it was basically an omelet.
Yep.
This is my redemption, ideally. It is my Pan-Asian tea brownie known as the brown teas, baby. So this has jasmine, cardamom, and on top matcha with a lot of chocolate, some white chocolate on top. But yeah, hopefully this should take your mouth on an Asian journey.
Ooh, presentation. The plating is beautiful.
This looks like it's going to be really fun to eat, and I'm excited.
Looks like a mountain.
The texture looks really nice. Your crumb structure is really nice. It looks moist. It looks chocolatey.
It smells good.
It smells so good. It smells so chocolatey, and I feel like I can see moisture.
The flavor is a little overpowering for me.
It's strong.
Is it?
It's assertive.
You know, when I say something is tea infused, I want to make sure you know.
I'm not confused.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that wasn't just my bite. Your bite too.
Whoa.
It's strong.
That's pretty rich chocolate.
It has the moisture, but it's so dense.
Yeah, you know, like the weight of a nation. Very much like.
Ooh.
Listen, I really love things that are very strong herbally. I love like hoppy beer. I love really spicy food. So I like to put a little bit of that flavor in my desserts.
I love wet chips. So that's why I did the chip thing.
With everything together, it's pretty nice. With the chocolate alone, it makes me thirsty.
Which is good or bad? That means it's a chocolate.
I don't think it's either. I think he's just thirsty.
Yeah, I would say it's just a bit too strong.
The final question is, judges, is this a brownie?
It's definitely a brownie.
I don't know if I like jasmine and matcha and cardamom together. I kind of like my tea separate, but it is a brownie.
Prepare yourselves.
Wow, it does look like there's like pistachios in here. Oh, whoa.
Cardamom, baby.
Whoa.
It hits, right?
I like it because I like cardamom.
That hits different. Oh, I hate that.
I think this is fantastic.
Oh, I need
That
some
was
milk.
my reaction.
Need some milk.
It has a lot of flavor.
I have learned so much because what made my cakes bad is I put over a dozen eggs in. And this time, I only put a few in.
Hey.
So I've learned. I'm learning through this.
Yes. Yes.
Judges, thank you so much. We have one final contender.
Judges, we'll be right back right now. Judges, you may open your eyes.
Come on. Oh, I thought it was ketchup.
Judges, I was a lazy kid and I was a really picky kid. I actually did no baking my entire life. The only baking that I have ever done has been in this series, and it's been a real journey for me, a f***ing uphill climb for me to learn anything, and slowly but surely I'm clawing my way up and figuring it out. I also, as a picky kid, I hated peanut butter and jelly. So this is me trying to reconnect with a childhood that I never had. So this is my double fudge peanut butter and jelly brownie.
I just touched it and I love the texture.
Have you ever heard that?
So this is not ketchup, right?
It's definitely not ketchup, it's jelly.
Got it.
It is chocolate. You have some chocolate chips as well as peanut butter chips. I have a couple little bit of crushed peanuts topped with a strawberry jelly.
Out of all the brownies, this looks the most like a brownie.
What the f***?
I like the presentation. It looks kind of professional.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that.
Zach, I am shocked. I have really high hopes now.
Well, let's keep the hopes at a nice, respectable level.
I smelled it, I touched it. I feel like this is gonna be really good.
Okay.
Let's dive in.
If you say so.
Please be good, please be good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's great.
Holy episodes guys, Zach, you did it.
Honestly, this is really good.
Zach, you can bake a brownie.
It's not too sweet, it's not dry. Texturally, it's crispy on the outside, it's soft in the middle. Literally have nothing bad to say about this.
Me neither. This brownie is perfect. It's everything I'd want in a brownie.
I feel like I'm gonna vomit.
This is the only brownie that I possibly eat the whole thing.
That's probably well.
Can we get some of that brownie over here?
Oh yeah, this is the right texture, baby.
Whoa! It tastes like a peanut butter and jelly.
It does. It's pretty good.
It's like a peanut butter jelly
I'm
sandwich.
biting into a peanut butter and jelly.
2020, y'all. Anything can happen.
Is it a brownie?
It's the best brownie I've ever had.
It's the best brownie.
Judges, thank you. Guys, I'm used to fighting at this point. I don't know what to do with myself.
You just be quiet.
You just nod.
You don't.
You just say
You don't.
Thank you.
You don't have to. You don't have to say anything. Now we're gonna leave the room so y'all can deliberate for who gets second through fourth place. Beneath the king of Without a Recipe, Zach Kornfeld. Zach.
Judges, this is the deliberation. We're gonna be picking 2 through 4 because we already know our number 1 baker, Zach. Let's start with Ned's brownie. He went first and he served us this Neapolitan
Cake.
dessert cake.
Yes, yes. It's a good cake.
Delicious.
Dry on top.
Yes.
Moist at the bottom.
The presentation's really nice. I like that the layers are really distinct. It's fun, it's creative. It's not a brownie. The bottom 2 layers taste great. They're moist, they're flavorful. The top layer, the brownie layer, was just lacking.
So let's look at Keith's chocolate chip. It's sore on the throat and makes you very thirsty.
Is it a brownie? I would say yes. It's not a good brownie.
True, it's more of a...
By definition, it is a brownie.
Yeah, it's more of a brownie than Ned's.
This is either the fudgiest brownie that you will see, or it is on a borderline of being a bar of fudge.
If I was running a marathon, I would put one of those in my pocket and eat it halfway.
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Horrible brownie.
You can't have it all.
Yeah. I would just say this is not Keith's moment.
Eugene.
Ooh.
When Eugene told me he put jasmine, matcha, and cardamom in the brownie, I was surprised. And it tastes surprising.
Was Eugene drunk making this? What was the thought going behind this? Eugene's a nice guy.
I've noticed that with his baking, he likes to play with a lot of different like flavors and spices. And this time, I think that this brownie disappointed me the most because when I was looking at it, it smelled so good.
Yeah.
And when I took the bite, I choked a little. It was so dry from all the spices and it was just way too rich.
The only thing winning for this brownie is visually.
I think flavor is king, so I'm gonna eat it. It should at least be good.
Even if it's not a brownie.
Even if it's genre defying. So our baker is on without a recipe today. Tried to make brownies without a recipe, which first of all, I think is so brave. It's something I would never do. So the fact that they even came out and looked like a cake or a brownie is amazing. Let's make it official. Our first brownie, without a doubt, is Zach's peanut butter and jelly.
There's so many people to thank. First of all, my parents, everyone who believed in me, the fan. How much time do we have?
Jesus.
We can move on. I'm sorry.
Everything else sucked compared to Zach. For real. I mean, if Zach is over here, you guys are not even in this room. But you guys are cool. So for second place, this brownie was okay compared to Zach's. It was edible. So for second place, we chose Ned. Although Ned didn't really make a brownie, it was still kind of better than Eugene's and Keith's brownie. Is that because the top layer was nice and Ned's top layer was really, really dry, but it was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't see that coming.
Wow.
So Ned made a cake with a dry brownie top layer, and it was still better than our brownies.
Yeah.
So that means we're really bad.
Wow. Thank you, judges. I'm so honored.
Yeah, in this particular instance, we decided out of the criteria to prioritize taste over the definition of brownie. In the case that if we had to eat 3 of each, which one would we want to eat the most of?
I tried to do something different, and you can always use a knife to slice it right off.
Now, for our last 2 brownies, we've got Keith's and we've got Eugene's. And Eugene's is so deceiving. This looks like a photo shoot. It looks so chocolatey, it looks moist, it even has texture. And when we bit into it because of the excess spice, so dry. And then Keith.
It tastes exactly like it looks. No deceit there.
It doesn't taste like it looks.
Oh, wow, really?
It looks so fudgy, it almost looked like a bar of fudge, but yet it was dry.
Mommy's mystery. Mommy's mystery. We got there. Mommy's mystery.
How is it dry?
Both brownies are
Deceptive.
creative.
The question we're all waiting to have answered is, who lost the most?
Now, in 4th place for this brownie baking competition is...
All right! I tried. I was trying to make box brownies, and that's what happened. Didn't work out.
You're good with words.
Thanks.
But they were really great ideas for both of them. It is not often that on first try, first recipe, that you get winner chicken dinner.
These are step 1 toward an amazing recipe.
Yeah, you just need a couple more steps.
Yeah, keep trying.
Yeah.
We'll keep trying. Well, this was exciting. I'm thrilled that I lost in a deserved fashion this time. It kind of feels like winning. But don't fret, guys. There's 2 more without recipes left. We still got pizza and we still got cheesecake. How are we gonna do that? I don't know. Stay tuned. Check us out. Thanks to our judges for joining us again today. And congratulations to Zach. For his first win dance. Zach, hit us with the Zach win dance.
And so the Try Guys head home after another great day of baking. We'll see you next week on another episode of Without a Recipe. Next week on Without a Recipe.
Hey, we need a pizza back here. We got angry customers.
Throwing method ended up in a game of double dutch.
This is the most disastrous thing I've ever made.
I'm living the dream. Italy, pizza. Oh, it's burning.